Welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to compare the WWE Big Gold, this is a 2006 Figs Ink replica, versus I believe this was last year I got this one, 2022 Fandu Luxe Dual plated Big Gold replica. It's more the crumb rind style. The Figs ink is obviously on an old Fandu-built strap, which is from this Luxe. The old strap was very old after 2006. Let's take a look. We've got the WWF symbol there. Little scratches from over the years. We've got the depth of the etching. Some close-ups there. Obviously, being these are 2mm brass plates, they don't have the most detail. Much of the plates there. The wrestlers obviously relief pieces. So pretty detailed. You can see a little face there. Part of the trunks there. On a hip toss. Of course, the WWE one, you can see they mirrored the two wrestlers. On the crumb rind, they all throw the same way, all the way across. So these ones are thrown that way, thrown that way, thrown that way, and then mirrored. You look at the crown there, the relief piece, just plastic stones obviously. A bit of nugget texture there on the crown. You got the globe, which should have had nugget texture, but doesn't. Doesn't matter too much. Then you got the conches, which are just plastic stones. These conches are also like the washer part of the bolt that holds the plate on, so none of the bolts on the back of this one are actually welded to the back. They're actually just uses the screws, and then they attach to the back of these conches. So all the conches have a bolt behind every one of them. See pretty well how they're positioned. You can sort of see under this one where the bolt is. There's that side plate. Sort of see the face and sort of the wrestling trunks there. It's not too bad. You can see that 2mm thick plate. And this one's got an Undertaker nameplate. Now these nameplates were actually offered on WWE Shop. I think I bought this belt sometime in 2007 or 8, second hand on eBay. But I think I bought this nameplate along with my own. I got my own name done. They did offer them on shop, and they ended up turning out like this, kind of like a, sort of hard to see, but see how they're like a CNC kind of cut out, but you can see how they're sort of etched in. They obviously weren't painted black or anything. They just come as this raw kind of etched look. There's a bit more detail there. So it probably is CNC etched. But yeah, they used to sell Big Gold ones, spinner belts. I do have a spinner belt with my name on it. So yeah, and they're proper ones that properly fit these belts. You can see they're only like same sort of thickness as the plates, 2mm. Obviously I've curved the plate a bit, so that's why it's kind of lifting off the plate there. Another side plate there. Pretty detailed. And then when you start comparing with the Luxe, they're completely different. So this is looking at the Luxe close up. See the pretty good detail. Obviously this one has like a nugget textured background. Yeah, so you can see there, it's more of a nugget texture. You can see all that floral pattern, like how much that floral pattern just sort of pops off the plate. You start to go a bit lower there with it. See how much details coming off the plate. It almost looks like this one doesn't have any relief pieces whatsoever, because everything is so seamless. Look at that crown. There's just no real evidence that it's actually it's just about molded all in one. Bit of nugget texturing on the continents there. There you go. That crown, that detail. Old heavyweight text. You can see it's all the same size. All lines up. Not quite like the new shop one. They just come out, unfortunately. And the world heavyweight is one height, and the wrestling champ is one, and then the ION is a different height again. These Luxes, well, the text may not be perfectly accurate. It looks pretty good. So you got that rope border. That rope border. All the way around. There's conches there. Ric Flair nameplate. Which is removable. They do actually sell a trophy nameplate now. Which they did later in this year. So they started using trophy nameplates rather than these ornate ones. Which I do believe it was only Ric Flair, Ronnie Garvin, Sting or Stinger. I'm not sure which one was actually made. I think it might have been Stinger. And Dusty Rhodes, I believe, was the final one. I think there was only 4 they ever made. Then there was, of course, the Ric Flair with the K there instead of the just ROC. There's the crown. Depth on those plates. Let's put the two together. You can see immediately the difference. You can see the difference in those plates. And there you got such shallow depth, and then you got this 3D looking. Yeah, obviously you can see the thickness of the plates. It's obviously, these are like 6 mil thick, whereas that's only 2 millimeters. So See, the sizes of the plates different because the WWE version was always different, slightly different dimensions. So like these longer, I don't know if these are completely accurate, but the fixing had these very sort of wide side plates. So traditionally these side plates are 5 inches wide, 4 inches high. Then the main plate is 12 inches high and 13.5 inches wide. And then obviously the other side plate the same, 5x4. The WWE Big Gold was obviously a little bit smaller. I'm not 100% sure on the dimensions. So you can see like that crown there. Doesn't have a hell of a lot of detail in it. You come onto here and you got that sort of like seam sort of coming around the crown. Ornate detail around those white stones. Over there, you don't quite have that. World Wrestling's obviously very plain, because it's more based off the WWE version of the Big Gold. It's going to be different on these ones. The conches are very similar. See, these stones are just a little bit different in size. There, they're obviously a bit bigger. That dashed border, which was a calling card of the JMR version. There's these crumb lines, obviously made by Crumline, the Western belt buckle manufacturer. See that plate there? It sort of stops on the edge there. You can't quite see it there. Sort of see them together there. They are very, very different. Completely and utterly different. Floral patterns are very hard to kind of match the pattern, I suppose, but you know, they do have similarities. You get that sort of open part there. These over there. Just very different. This Luxe is also on a Paul Martin leather. Done a beautiful job on this leather. It's got the nickel snaps, which is 2x8 on both sides. 2x8 with that white stitch. Get that white stitching there. All the way around. One stitch. It's got a black backing. So this front backing is actually cordovan brown. So it's very hard to see. You can sort of see it compared to that black Fandu one, which this Fandu is it is leather. It's actually painted leather. They've actually used a leather paint on it, whereas this cordovan brown leather is actually dyed cordovan brown. And on the back of these Fandus, obviously they don't use real leather; they use vinyl. Hence why it's so rough. All those pimples and stuff in it. So vinyl backing, real front leather backing. Still the 2x8. Obviously the shape is just completely horrible. You can see the way they've cut it. It's terrible. See there in the light a bit. Cordovan brown with those silver snaps. black leather backing. This one's obviously showing with the screw showing. It's got gold with the black, which the Big Gold was on black leather at one point. Did get changed, I believe it was sometime in 1999. So yeah, there you have a comparison video between the Fandu Luxe and the WWE Figs Inc. Big Gold. The old Figs transition into the Fandu Luxe. Alright, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.